Everything gets frauded today.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you are, it all gets done. Every once in a while, we like to have something that we can look at to see, okay, how do we know this is fake? What have they done?
Yeah.
And they keep getting better and better and better. You know, the number one thing, Rolex watches. This is probably one of the most sought after Rolex watches in today's market, but it's also probably one of the ones that's frauded the most. The one thing about Rolex watches, when they're produced in the factory,
Right.
they're perfect. Biggest thing that they don't do is right here is the Cyclops eye. Now what it does on a watch like this is it takes the number behind it,
Okay.
doubles it in size. The fake ones don't.
This is actually the most common brand of guitar that's faked. This is probably, I mean, in terms of watches, you have your Rolex. For guitars, you kind of have Gibson. On a real Gibson, the serial number and the made in the USA is going to be underneath the finish and the paint, and it's going to be finished over top.
Okay.
On the fakes, they're going to stamp it right through the finish. They're also always made out of one piece of wood, like this guy here. One piece of wood, you'll never see another stripe or where they may have glued multiple pieces of wood together.
Probably the best piece of advice I can give people right now is where we see the most crime is theft from automobiles. When people are shopping, routinely they'll make a few trips to and from the mall, leaving their purchases inside their vehicle, but they're in plain view.
Oh my God, someone left their cell phone. And there's a hat too.
Now we do see a lot more people shopping online as well, you know, the Amazon and websites such as that. What can people do to protect themselves online?
So if you're going to be buying things online, a few simple precautions. Certainly you want to be buying from a reputable or a trusted site. If you're buying from a third party that you know, doesn't have security measures in place, is asking for cash to be sent, then you put yourself at risk. Now it is difficult to sort of protect yourself against these things, so it's more a case of buyer beware.
This first little ring that's on the spring ring is just tightened on by hand. It's not soldered.
Okay.
But every other jump ring after that should be soldered. So if you see a chain where, say, this second ring here is not soldered, that's a warning. Even though the little tag might say 18 karat, if it's not soldered, it's probably not gold. We actually have an X-ray machine for X-raying gold.
Whoa, can I see that?
It's actually 14.24 karat.
So am I winning?
Yeah.
All right. Whew.
Yeah.
If you can't be certain that something isn't counterfeit, then it's a risky purchase. Let's take women's purses, for example. This is a commonly counterfeited item. They can run from $500 to $1,000, some of these purses, but if it's being offered to you for $50, you have to ask yourself, how is this possible?
Considering we may be seeing boxes being dropped off and left on doors from Amazon with Christmas gifts in, so we've got to be more mindful of that with our neighbors.
Certainly when a package is left on your doorstep and it's in plain view, I mean, that's just asking for it to be stolen. Yeah. You can say the same for items being left in a vehicle or your doors being unlocked at your home. It's an invitation to thieves that they can't readily turn down. If we make it easy for them, then it becomes profitable.